It's been a few weeks since the iconic season of Love is Blind. Season 2 has wrapped, so what is going on with the cast today? Hey guys, and welcome back to another shared news. We've got lots of Love is Blind updates. After the Altar should be coming soon. Let's get all into this, but before we do, you guys know the drill. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any future updates. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined by the lovely Gianna Gravelse. Gianna, happy Friday. What an exciting weekend I'm assuming you have ahead. How are you doing?
Oh, yes. I mean, there's so much going on this weekend. Boston is finally warm and not gloomy over here. And we got lots of Love is Blind tea on top of it all. So I'm really
Mm.
excited to dive in today.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot with this cast. I mean, the show obviously hit like major ratings. Everyone all over the country was watching it, but now this drama is just still playing out weeks later. And do you think that this drama is just like because this was the most dramatic cast ever? Or do you think they're really just trying to keep it going because we know we're going to get After the Altar sometime later this year?
I think what's so special and appealing about Love is Blind as a show itself is the fact that it is raw and real reality TV. We've talked about this before. Out of all the reality shows, I believe that Love is Blind is the least producer driven. So it's like these are real people. These are, it's not these like big influencers that we're following around.
Mhm.
They're normal people and we're so invested in their lives just because we saw what went down on the show and now we're watching all of this stuff unfold and it's so different. All the couples have basically switched. I mean, Shane's causing a ruckus. Shake is causing a ruckus. It's like we have two villains essentially. There's so many elements that make it so appealing. And I think the drama is just naturally happening in a way. I don't think it has anything to do with, After the Altar or anything like that. I think it's literal drama that we're all just keeping up with.
I think also the reason that plays into it is because they're all living in Chicago or they're all from Chicago. So it's kind of like you bring the drama home and then everyone can still hang out. And now we have like this new friend group from the show. So I'm not too surprised that there's still all of these, mixing and matching and correlation and everything. So let's start getting into the updates, starting with Shayna, who just got engaged. She got engaged last week to her boyfriend, Cristos. The pair has been dating for almost a year, which means they started dating right after Love is Blind stopped filming last year. There are rumors there is cameras there captured for After the Altar. And we also heard Shayna talk a little bit about how her boyfriend, was watching her on TV and everything. And apparently he was giving her, like, poking fun at her and he was being very supportive. Shayna's engaged. Do we think this is too soon? Do we feel
For
bad for
me in my
Kyle?
personal life, I think it's too soon. I mean, I know love doesn't have a timeline. You can get engaged whenever you want, break up whenever you want, what have you. But yeah, this must have been a weird whirlwind for Kyle just because Shayna was so hesitant with him just from little details. She blamed it all on religion, but she was also stuck on Shane. It's like she was giving him these excuses and he didn't know what was true, and then to look back and be like, oh wait, like now she's in a serious relationship and she's even engaged. Like, how did she go out into the world and just find her soulmate right away, and like I wasn't good enough? I think that's the feelings that Kyle's feeling right now. So I do feel a little bit bad for him, but he's doing his own thing, so you can't feel too bad for him. He's out and about. We've seen him with other women, so we've heard a lot about things about him from Shake and Shane and whoever he said she said thing. So we can't
Mhm.
feel too bad. I think he's moseying along in life just fine.
Yeah, and apparently this guy, Cristos, is like one of the restaurant owners of one of the dates that Shayna went on Kyle with during Love is Blind. So I don't know if she had her eye on this guy for a while the show was still going on. I don't know if this was the guy she had for Natalie back in Chicago that she really had for her. But apparently the plan is for these two, Shayna to get married this summer in Greece, I believe. So it looks like she kind of went like a little bit. She got some more points. She went up a little bit. What's that called in a relationship? You're going to the next level with your next band?
You're upgrading, right? You're just
Upgrading.
upgrading because you can downgrade or upgrade. So it seems like she upgraded a little bit.
Yeah, she's upgraded and Shayna's doing really well. So we're wishing all of the best for Shayna, and we hope that this wedding is captured on After the Altar if possible. Do you think anyone from the Love is Blind cast will be there?
I'm not sure because out of all the women, it doesn't seem like Shayna's really close with anybody, or even out of the entire cast, I don't think she's that close with anyone. That would be an epic wedding though in Greece. Are you kidding me? That's like top tier, next level type of thing. But I mean, I would love to see some of the cast be there. Maybe Nick and Danielle, or Ayana and Jarrett, because they're already married. They could go as a couple. That would be nice to see. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, destination weddings, usually you kind of cut the guest list pretty short. So we'll have to stay tuned and keep updated. And Shayna is not the only cast member from Love is Blind that is in a new relationship. Shake also just went Instagram official with his new girlfriend, Emily. Shake has been posting stories with this new blonde for a few weeks, but took to IG on his grid for the first time to post a caption with him and his new girl, writing, "Good things come to those who don't settle." And he actually said wait, but then he crossed out wait. So good things come to those who wait, crossed out, don't settle. Apparently, he met this girl in Miami where she lives, and her friends recognized him, but she has never seen the show. So, love really blurry? Is love is blind? Is love is blonde? I saw a few people make jokes about that.
Well, he had touched upon his type that he usually goes for on the show, which was a white, blonde, skinny, small. He literally described what he's physically attracted to on the show by asking the women in the pods. Essentially, it's supposed to be Love is Blind, but he's like, "What do you look like? How much do you
Yeah.
weigh? Do you go to the gym? Could I put you on my shoulders?" And the fact that now he's ended up with exactly who he was picturing. And he's even said that he's been with those women
Manifesting.
in the past. So he's like, "Oh, I've never been with an Indian woman before. I've always been with a white woman." So now here he is spotted in Miami with this blonde white woman that fits the exact type that he was describing all throughout the show. It's like, love is not blurry, dude. Like, you have a set type that
Love
you're
is
going after.
blonde.
Like, love is blonde completely. And it was just so funny because I saw that TikTok of him and the girl walking together. And in that TikTok, all you could hear him say was, "I'm an athlete." That's all you could hear him say in that 2 seconds that he walked by whoever captured this video, which is just, it goes to show that he's just not changing. Like the fact that he's sitting there calling
Mhm.
himself an athlete, probably saying he can lift her on the shoulders. Like, Shake, we're so done with you. Like, you clearly have not grown whatsoever from the show. Like, he's just taking his crappy personality and just running with it at this point. So good luck to that blonde girl, seriously, because she's got it in for her.
Yeah, he's definitely a little full of himself in the caption, don't settle. Maybe that was a direct dig at Deep D. But as I mentioned, her friends knew who he was and recognized him. So maybe this girl Emily hasn't seen the show, but she definitely, should know what she's getting herself into if her friends watch the show, or they could have warned her about what he's like. No matter what, everyone deserves to find love. So if she is really into him and his narcissism, then so let it be. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
also know that Natalie and Shane are officially done as they have unfollowed each other on Instagram. There has been a core clique of girls that hangs out from the cast often, as also seen on Natalie's Instagram. Natalie, Mallory, Danielle, Ayana, and Deep D are all chilling. So Shayna seems to be kind of the one that was excluded from all these hangouts. Because there was only 6 of the girls at the reunion. Deepti and Kyle seem to be hanging out a lot. There's rumors that the two of them are together, and maybe we'll see more of that relationship on After the Altar. Danielle and Nick are still going strong as well, living together, as well as Ayana and Jarrett, who also seem to be really happy. Are you surprised about all of these, couples still going strong after the show?
No, I mean, I think I was surprised that Nick and Danielle were still together come the reunion, just because they were such an up and down couple that I was like, I really can't see this lasting long term. But after I saw them on the reunion and I heard them speak about their relationship and how they were working through the kinks, I was like, okay, that's fine. So the fact that they're still together to this day, I'm like, that doesn't surprise me at all. And then Ayana and Jarrett, they will never fail to surprise me. Like, from the get go, I knew that these two would get married. I knew that they'd both say yes, and I just don't see them breaking up anytime soon. I love them. And I do love the little clique of Natalie, Mallory, Danielle, Ayana, and Deepti. But like I said, it's all those girls except Shayna. So I don't think that anyone will really be at the wedding. I take back my answer. Um, but I really do love that they're all friends because we've seen this on reality shows. We know in Bachelor Nation, the Bachelor franchise, we see the girls come out, especially after Clayton season. All those girls are friends, and it's fun to keep up with them on Instagram and see how the relationships continue to thrive. Maybe they'll all become roommates as single women too. So, I mean, who knows? I love the friendship.
Yeah, and I'm also really intrigued with Kyle and Deepti. We've seen a couple TikToks, we've seen them spotted together. I'm excited to see what comes, and hopefully they can give us, a public, announcement on their Instagram or, put a statement out that they're together because we're dying to know what's going on. I'm so over all of the, hearsay. But Shane, on the other hand, he's kind of been spiraling, Gianna. I'm not sure if you're aware, he's been getting a lot of backlash online from fans. He's been in podcast jail from Netflix. He's been anxiously awaiting, his first opportunity to share all. I believe he's going to go on Nick Vile's podcast, The Vile Files. But not only that, he just got into it with comedian Dana Moon, who has been doing Shane impersonations on her page for weeks. She's been mocking how he talks, his idiosyncrasies, and his hair. Now, she is a comedian, so she does impersonations. It's supposed to be funny. I think a lot of people are getting a good kick out of it. I don't think she's trying to make fun of him, but Shane is not too happy with the impersonations and believes that Dana has taken it too far. Shane took to his stories to write, "I'm not joking. How sad of a life do you have to try and profit off of someone else's possible mental illness or disability? One video or picture is fine, but making several time and time again, how obsessed do you have to be? We talk about breaking the mental health stigma, but yet applaud the people who do this." Now, comedian Dana posted the articles that have been written about her, and Shane's back and forth on her Instagram, writing, "The only news you need to hear this week." So she doesn't seem to be too bothered, but Gianna, we did just listen to her Instagram story right before we got on here. So what did she say?
So these two were friends at one point, and I absolutely loved Dana's content. I was so excited when they made a collab video together, in which she posted on her feed on TikTok, and Shane did as well 3 days ago. But Shane just posted on his Instagram story as of last night saying, "How sad of a life do you have, and how obsessed you must be with me to continue." And he called her out for talking about breaking the mental health stigma, yet poking fun at his mental health or disabilities that he may or may not have. And Dana responded by posting on her story, explaining her side, saying that it was nothing malicious of her. When you're on TikTok, we can all relate to this. Once one video blows up, you're going to keep doing those same videos that are blowing up. And she explained that her fans just kept asking for the Shane content over and over and over. So she was just delivering. She didn't think anything of it. So she did apologize at the end of the day. We haven't heard anything from Shane about it since then, but he has been in the gym working off all of his anger because he just posted a body transformation picture, and it's something. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think she mentioned they had this friendship. I don't know, Gianna. I think it's getting a little messy today because of his Instagram story. She kind of was making videos like, laughing at him with her mouth open and like, him shaking. And I think she's hilarious as well. But if Shane is, the one on the receiving end, it might not go over that well for him. So I don't know how close they actually are, Gianna. I think we'll have to see how it plays out in the next few days. But I don't think she had ill intent either, and I think that she should continue making her videos, but maybe lay off the Shane ones for a little bit, unless they are doing this collab together, like you mentioned. So, yeah, stay tuned. I think that comedy is always supposed to be funny, but there is a fine line. It's easier to kind of laugh when you're not the butt of the joke. So I have to kind of see what happens with Shane, and we're still waiting for him to share the rest of his side of the story. I guess he, has been in this podcast jail because he revealed too much. I don't think Netflix likes him or Shake too much because they gave a lot of tea away from the show when they weren't supposed to. Is there anyone from Love is Blind that you want to see on a future, spin-off show or another reality show? Like, who do you think has, more to show of us on TV?
I feel like Deep D. Like I really do. I think her whole thing with breaking up with Shake and realizing her worth, and even watching the season back and how she came at him on the reunion for his behavior. I mean, I think she stands up for Indian women. I think she stands up for all women. I think she stands up for anyone that's ever been like belittled in a relationship. She has so much to stand up for, and like everyone is supporting her. You know, we've even seen Deep D for Bachelorette. That's been a hashtag at
Mhm.
one point. So I fully support her and wherever she goes. If it's a dating show, I mean, if she's not with Kyle officially, she can go on a dating show, or even like I can even see her like being in a host position. To be honest with you, she just has that poise, that grace, that personality, and she's so well spoken. And I just love her. I think she's such a classy woman, and I would love to see more of her.
I love that. I wanna see more of Natalie. I think she was my favorite from the cast, and since she's still single, I would love to see more of her, but I'm also anticipating after the altar, I'm sure it will be, like, 3 episodes like it was last year, but I just don't know when we're gonna get it, Gianna. It could happen in the summer, in the fall, but we're definitely still invested in the cast of Love is Blind Season 2, and that is everything we have to share with you guys today, so let us know what you guys think of all of these controversial and fun topics on the Love is Blind cast in the comments down below. And don't forget to ring the bell, subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I am your host, Zachary Reality, joined by Gianna Gravelse. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow, come say hello. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!